and welcome to Herald TV News at 3 with me, Tasleem. Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant said that he has suggested to the SEC to postpone the Panchayat elections by 3 months. CM has taken recourse to sending the file to the State Election Commission and placing it firmly in the court. The file seeking time to hold elections to Panchayat has been sent to the State Election Commission, and it is for the Commission to take the final decision, Dr. Pramod Sawant said. He had also said that the government does not want to go ahead with the elections without reservation to OBCs. File with the recommendation is sent to the SEC. Now it is for them to decide.
I have recommended to postpone the Panchayat elections by 3 months, as CM Sawant. The file seeking time to hold elections to Panchayat has been sent to the State Election Commission and it is for the Commission to take the final decision, said Dr. Pramod Sawant. He had also said that the government does not want to go ahead with the elections without reservations to the OBCs.
एक ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटर अपॉइंट करपाचें ठरयलां. पावस असल्या कारणान आमी 3 म्हयन्यां निवडणुका पावस जाल्या उपरांत घेवच्यो आनी ट्रिपल टेस्ट करपा खातीर कमिशनान ताजेर वर्किंग करचें आनी ट्रिपल टेस्ट घेवची आनी रिपोर्ट सबमीट करच्यो. ही सगळी रिकमेंडेशन्स घालून फायल इलेक्शन कमिशना कडेन धाडल्या. सो इलेक्शन कमिशनान ह्या पयलीं हो निर्णय घेवपाचो.
Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
The multi-level parking space at Margaon in the heart of the town has turned into second garbage dumping site after Sonsodo. The dry waste piled up at the site has affected the commercial activities around for several months. Vendors and shop owners have urged Margaon Municipal Council to get rid of the waste before the monsoon in order to avoid major health hazards over here. However, MMC has assured that all the dry waste dumped at the site will be transported to Saligaon Waste Treatment Plant by next 3-4 days. MMC has stopped the dumping of dry waste at Sonsodo dump yard due to shortage of space there, and nearly 15 tons of dry waste is now dumped there on daily basis at the parking space just behind the municipal building on daily basis.
Multi-level space at Margaon turns into Sonsodo 2.0. Piles of stinks dry waste affects business around. Dumps exposed to rain raises concern and locals fear health hazards that may ensure. MMC assures to transport dry waste dump to Saligaon Waste Treatment Plant.
हांगा तो सगळो गार्बेज डंप जावपा लागलो पळय हांगा आनी तसो पडून उरला.
बिजनेसा मातसो प्रॉब्लेम जाता, वास मारता लोक बी येवपा मातशें भिता पावसा लागून. आनी मातशें तें गव्हर्मेंटान पळोवन हें करपा जाय न्हू आतां.
आतां पावसान असो उरलो जाल्यार तुमकां आनी परिणाम जावपा
परिणाम जाता, वास मारता, उदक येता न्हू सगळें डर्टी उदक येता, घाण जालें आमच्या वासाची वास बीस मारता, लोक मातशे हाका हात लावन वता, लोक चडशीं येना. प्रॉब्लेम जाता, नाच प्रॉब्लेम.
म्युनिसिपालिटीन बेगीन क्लियर करचो अशें दिसना तुमकां?
म्युनिसिपालिटी म्हाका दिसना ना, त्या लुगार ना म्हणटा न्हू, संसोडाल्यान आमी हिंगा उलयता.
सो तुमकां सुचपा पडटलें हेच्या मुखार, यू हॅव टू बेर विथ दीस.
हय, मातशें विचार करपा जाय न्हू सगळें सगळें हें जावं तें कितें मातशें करून हें केलें जाल्यार बरें जाता अशें. लोकांक हेल्था बी मारा न्हू सगळें सद्या प्रॉब्लम कोरोना प्रॉब्लम आतां तें मंकी पॉक्स कितें तुमी वायला जायते कितें प्रॉब्लेम चालू जाले आतां. आनी हेल्थान क्लीन आसपा जाय सायडीन, परिसर क्लीन आसपा जाय, लोक क्लीन उरपा जाय, हेल्था मातशी केअर घेवपा जाय. आतां मलेरिया डेंगू आतां तो स्टार्ट जाता, चडशे पावस कमी जाता मातशें हें करपा जाय म्युनिसिपालिटीन, लोकांनी बी मातशें हें करपा जाय.
The Margaon Municipal Council will be under CCTV surveillance. So all the sections, taxation section, account section, birth and death, the engineer sections, the ME section, then technical sections, the library, the chief officer's cabin, then the account section is there, taxation section. All these sections will be coming under the surveillance and the CCTVs will be installed. So I'm going to start this on the 27th of May, which I'm completing 1 year as my tenure is there for more than, I don't know how many months, but I'm happy to install all these things because all the employees, the staff will be monitored under the CCTV. The main thing I'm employing is because of the attendance. Like sometimes the staff come late on duty, sometimes the staff is not there on their seat. So to bring discipline to this municipality, I have installed this CCTV.
Marcus Gonsalves for Herald TV.
Goyan Korsonaka activist Abhijit Prabhudesai has asserted that the clearances given for the Mole double tracking project are hoax. Prabhudesai has said that the concerned officers are not allowed to apply their minds and are given clear instructions on what conclusion is to be presented on the report. The officers in Goa Forest Department have made a blanket clearance stating that the project is recommended in public interest, said Prabhudesai, adding that the clearance are given without any basis or study.
Goyan Korsonaka activist Abhijit Prabhudesai has asserted that clearances given for the Mole double tracking project are hoax. Prabhudesai said that the concerned officers are given clear instructions on what conclusion is to be presented on the report. Goa Forest Department officers have made blanket statements stating that the project is recommended in public interest without a proper study, said Prabhudesai. Goyan Korsonaka activist Abhijit Prabhudesai has also stated that the clearances given for Mole double tracking projects are in private interest and against the interest of the nation. He also said that the double tracking project is part of the MPT to handle coal. Watch the entire debate point counterpoint on Herald TV's YouTube channel.
Today we are in a situation where authorities are instructed what should be their conclusions and are then asked to prepare a report to suit that, which is what has happened here. If you see in this case, every correspondence from the railways to the forest department or wildlife officers is always saying that this project is being monitored by the Prime Minister's office.
Right.
You know, this is the kind of a situation. And in Goa, our forest department officers have made it basically a blanket kind of a clearance by saying recommended in public interest. Just 4 words in their clearances. So you can see that there is absolutely no application of mind. There is absolutely no implementation of the law. There is only following orders that this project is needed. And that's why we need to actually step even further back and see what is this project all about. And CEC has actually exposed it, that this project is only for private interest, for private profit. So in that sense, the entire thing is a hoax. All of these clearances are without any basis. This project is against the interests of the nation also. And you need to step even further back and look at what is this all about. This project is about port connectivity. The double tracking is, if you see the Sagarmala report, and based on which this is being pushed, this is to allow MPT to handle much more coal, like you said earlier, 40-50 million tons of coal. Okay, so now what is MPT all about? If you see, MPT was MPT as well as the railway line which connects it to hinterland of India was constructed by the British in 1880s. And if you see the history of MPT, its main purpose seems to have been to take out the resources of India and take them to the Western world and bring back the finished industrial products at that time in the British era and flood the Indian market and destroy India's economy. That's what MPT has done in the past, and today it is not doing anything different.
Bureau Report for Herald TV.
The price of a 14.2 kg domestic LPG cylinder was recently hiked by rupees 3.50. A cylinder is now costing rupees 1016. Earlier, it was 999.50. This is the second hike in cylinder prices this month, which took LPG rate across the country over rupees 1000 mark. The price was hiked by rupees 50 per cylinder on March 22nd and again by the same quantum on May 7th. Team Herald TV spoke to several people across the state about the issue and price hike. 14.2 kg LPG domestic cylinder price hiked again. New domestic cylinder will now cost rupees 1016 per cylinder. Goa reacts sharply towards the continuous price hike.
खरें म्हटल्यार तर आयज ह्या म्हारगायेन आमची कंबर मोडून उडयल्ली अशी जाल्ली आसा. आमी मोदी सरकारा कडेन पळयताले तेन्ना मोदी सरकार सांगताले आमकां की पेट्रोल 30 रुपयान मेळटले, सगळ्यांक आमकां कमी दरान मेळटले कितें गॅस सिलिंडर. पूण आयज गॅस सिलिंडर पळयत जाल्यार 1000च्या वयर गेल्लो आसा. 1013 रुपया कितें जाल्यार आयचो रेट खबर ना म्हाका. इतलो आयज हे वाडलेलो आसा. त्यामुळे कितें जाता की घरांतले जे किचन आसा ते इतले म्हारगायेचे जाल्ले आसा. दुसरी गोष्ट ग्रॉसरी वाडलेली आसा, दाळ बीन सगळी वाडलेली आसा. टमॅटो आयज 100 वयर पावल्ले आसा, जे आमकां खरोखरच नाहक त्रास जाता. आयज हांव मागताय गोव्हर्मेंटा कडेन जी जितल्या बेगिना खरें म्हटल्यार अर्थवेवस्था जी आसा ती आमची ढासळलेली आसा, ती अर्थवेवस्था सारकी करून ही सगळी म्हारगायेचेर तोडगो काडपाक जाय. आनी ती निर्मला सीतारामन आहा आमची फायनान्स मिनिस्टर, तिचे कडेन हांव मागता की हे सगळे जे तुमी आसा युनियन मिनिस्टर, एक वेळ तुमी सगळे रस्त्यार येवन बाबू मारताले. आयज खरें म्हटल्यार तुमची जबाबदारी आसा लोकांची म्हारगाय ही कशी करून कमी करपाची, आनी ती कमी जाल्यारूच आयज खरें म्हटल्यार गोरगरिबांचें बरें जातलें. कारण आयज सादारणसो मनीस जो जगता तो इतलो येता बारीकशा हितून, आयज सिटीनूच न्ही हितून वचा विलेजीन वचा, आयज तेंच्यांनी बंद केला सगळें गॅस सिलिंडर बीन. कित्याक सांगपा तांकां नाहक त्रास जाता, खंयच नाटले पयशे ते, म्हणून ते आतां झाडां बिडां मारून ते आतां जळो तयार करता. ही परिस्थिती जाल्ली आसा.
लोकांनी व्हडा विश्वासान सगळे BJP सरकार हाडलो हांगासर, आनी हाडल्या उपरांत लोकांचो विश्वास सरकारान तोडलो. अचानक रोखडोच सिलिंडर वाडयले सगळेंच म्हणा, पूण सिलिंडर घरगुती आतां खूबच वाडयलो. जेन्ना एक 10,000 लोक जोडटा, 10,000 पेमेंट वाले जे आसता पळय ते जास्त आसता, लाखांनी पेमेंट आसता ते कमी आसता, आनी जे थोडो 10,000 किंवा 12,000 अशे पेमेंट आसता ते लोक जास्त आसता. तांकां एक सिलिंडर 1,000चो 20 रुपया हो सिलिंडर जाल्लो आहा, आनी जाका 10,000 पगार आहा तो पेट्रोल डिझल हे पगारान कशें आनी आपल्या 2 भुरग्यांक आपल्या आवय बापायक कसो पोसतलो, हो मोठो प्रश्न आहा लोकांच्या सगळी जनतेचेर पडलेलो आहा. म्हारगायेन आयज जनताक कितें जाय तें सांगून वचो. सरकार जर डिसिजन घेयना सिलिंडर देंवोवपाचो, सरकार म्हणटलो की आपले 200 रुपया स्कीम केल्या, ती 200 रुपयाची स्कीम सगळ्यांकूच ना, ती काही लोकांक जी तुम्ही केल्या स्कीम केल्या म्हणटा ती काही लोकांक आसा. हेच्या पयलीं बी तुम्ही स्किमी केल्ल्यो, हेच्या पयलीं बी रिटर्न पयशे येताले, ते काही दिसांक तुमच्यो स्किमी कितें आसता काही दिसांच्यो आसता, तुमचेर लोक विश्वास दवरता ते कशे दवरतले. म्हणून तुम्ही सरकाराक म्हाजी रिक्वेस्ट आहा की तुम्ही सांगलेले की सिलिंडर 3 फ्री दिता इलेक्शनाक, तोय बी विश्वास तोडलो लोकांचो. 3 सिलिंडर फ्री दिता म्हणजे लोकांनी तुमकां सगळे व्होट संख्येन म्हणटा तशें BJP वोट केले आनी सरकार हाडलो, आनी तुमी तोय विश्वास लोकांचो तोडलो. आनी सरकारा कडेन म्हाजी रिक्वेस्ट आहा की बेगिनात बेगीन सिलिंडर हो 800 रुपयान बी हाडचो, कमी हाडचो.
आमी पळयता की सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट अशें राज्य सरकारान महागाईचो कळस लोकांचेर मारलेलो आसा, महागाईची डोक्यार वजेन दिल्लें आसा सामान्य जनतेचेर. त्याच प्रमाणे आमी आतां पळयता की जे घरगुती सिलिंडर वाडलेलो आसा, हो घरगुती सिलिंडर हो जो गृहिणी आसा, आमच्यो ज्यो सर्वसामान्य गृहिणी आसा तेंचे तकलेर मोठे वजें दिल्लें आसा. आनी तेच्या खातीर हांव म्हणटा की सरकार हो महागाई वाडयत आसा, पूण सरकाराक कितें जनते सामान्य जनतेचे पडलेले ना. फक्त हे मोठे जे भाटकारशाही आनी मोठी जी लोक आसा, जे व्हडले लोक आसा तेंकांच लोक हे आमची जनता जी आहा तेका कोणच साथ दिना, आणि सरकार फक्त मोठ्याच लोकांचे चिंतता, सर्वसामान्य लोकांचे चिंतिना. हे ह्या वयल्यान दिसून येता. कारण गृहिणीक मोठो जे दीस म्हयन्याभराचो जो खर्च आसा तो चलोवपाक मोठे कठीण गेल्ले वयता. कारण सिलिंडर 1,020 पर्यंत पाविल्लो आसा, आणि हो सिलिंडर गेल्या 2012च्या पयलीं 400-450 रुपये सिलिंडर आसलो, पण आता हो 1,020 सिलिंडर जाल्लो आसा. आणि हो 1,020 सिलिंडराचे हाडटाना लोकांचो इतको त्रास जाता, गरिबांक इतको त्रास जाता. ते गरिबाचे हे सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटाक आणि स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंटाक कितेंच पडलेले ना.
देवेंद्र गांवकर and Prasad Polji for Herald TV. Reacting to the criticism of poor conditions of roads, Public Works Department Minister Nilesh Cabral has announced that an inquiry will be conducted and action will be taken accordingly against errant contractors. The PWD, as a report state, has come under heavy criticism from the people with regard to potholes and bad conditions of the roads in several parts of the state. The concerned contractors will be held responsible for the bad roads in the state, and accordingly action will be taken against them at the right time, said Cabral.
Reacting to the criticism of the poor condition of the roads, PWD Minister Nilesh Cabral had announced that an inquiry will be conducted and action will be taken accordingly against the errant contractors.
A lot of roads have been dug up recently, just before the monsoon. तुझे जाते थे पावसापोटे
monsoons. What happened is monsoons were unexpectedly come before the actual monsoons. Normally, we कहता कि monsoons come by the 5th and 6th of June. It has come almost 15-20 days. Entire disruption, just planned activity, the raste would be done, it's come out of hand. let us hope that they expel Nordale. But I don't know about hotfixing. It is a khadde. See, I will try to make a app. It's something different. It's ongoing. Chalu asa karpaje. Where you would like the people to be part of it. हम सगळे पावू शकना, सगळे मनीस आमच्या डिपार्टमेंट पावू शकना, पूण लोक जाणा कितें आसा पावू शकना. So we are trying to develop a app in such a way that the app will have the features of locating the pothole. The app will have to download on the phone, locate the pothole, and the pothole's length, breadth, depth, सगळे generate जावन we will have an empaneled list of contractors who will mark immediately. So अशें खुबशे new will use technology driven instead of लोकांनी कंप्लेन करप आमचे बदून आनी आमी ताका अटेंड जायना. So rated contractor आसतले we will assign the work in that particular area that he should do the work. अशें करून एक टेक्नॉलॉजी आमी डिरायव करून आमी करपाक शकता. It takes some time. We want to do it, but over a period of time, because monsoon पयले येयले, that is why maybe expectation आमचे आशिल्ले we would finish everything. It's not going ahead.
Many roads which were hot fixed recently, less than 3 years, have been dug up again. For example, in Margao itself, many roads which were recently hot mixed have been dug up inside 2 years. Some even a few months.
6.2 months.
इवन थोडे जाग्यांनी नवे रस्ते केल्ले सुद्दां ते सिवरेजी क्रॉस करपा खातीर हे केले.
सिवरेजीस आमचे हांवें ऑलरेडी इंस्ट्रक्शन दिल्ले आसा डिपार्टमेंट सिवरेज आनी PWD रोड्स वन एंड द सेम. सिवरेज इम्पॉर्टंट आसा आनी 4 म्हयने जेन्ना 5 म्हयने पावस आता 12 म्हयने पडपाक लागला आनी हांव म्हणना की जून जुलय ऑगस्ट चड पडना अशें म्हणना, पूण 12 म्हयने पावस पडटा आनी आपूण काम करूंक मेळना. सो आनी एक सायडीन रस्ते पिड्यार जाता. सो सिवरेजीक आमी इम्पॉर्टन्स दिला, स्पेशली मारगांव बेल्टाक, कित्याक खुबशी जी सिवरेज आसा इज डॅमेज आनी प्रायोरिटीक हांवें ऑलरेडी इंस्ट्रक्शन दिलें की कोणाची NOC घेनासतना सिवरेजीचें काम चालू दवरपाक जाय मॅक्झिमम पॉसिबल. चड पावस पडटरी मागीर बंद करतले, आमी स्वता बंद करतले. सच टायम करपाक जाय, कित्याक एकदां हे सिवरेजी नेटवर्क केले तर फुडें करपाक आमकां गरज ना.
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
Tourism Minister Rohan Kaunte said that the government is contemplating to hold its own music festival in December this year and warned that the sunburn organizers should not take the government for granted. Kaunte said that the festival to be organized by the government would be a week-long event in the last week of December this year. We are trying to create our own festival this year. We are thinking to hold festival in December with different flavor and on the same lines. We will identify a place for holding this festival with a different flavor from December 26 to 31. If the festival planned by the government materializes, then the Sunburn EDM festival will not find place, he said.
Goa government plans to hold its own music festival, EDM, in December, says Rohan Kaunte. The festival to be organized by the government would be a week-long event in the last week of December this year. If the festival planned by the government materializes, then Sunburn EDM festival will not find space, he added.
सनबर्नान केल्यार म्हाका खबर ना कोणे परमिशन दिला जाल्यार टुरिजम डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन कोण येवना आनी परमिशन मागूंकूय ना. एज गोवा गव्हर्मेंट वी आर दिस इयर ट्रायंग टू क्रिएट अवर ओन फेस्टिवल. आमचे ओन फेस्टिवल जातले काय ना हाचेर विचार सध्या चालू आसा. If we are able to create a festival in December at the same time, which will be having a different flavor on the same lines, then why not? हाजेर सध्या चालू आसा. पूण सनबर्नान समज सोशल मिडियार घाल्या, आय थिंक ही शूड अंडरस्टँड दॅट ही नीड्स परमिशन्स फ्रॉम गोवा गव्हर्मेंट. एवरी टायम तो येतलो ग्रांटेड घेतलो अशें जायना. We welcome such type of things, but not at a thing of taking governments for granted. So one is what we are visualizing of getting our own festival this time during that particular time. ती करपाक आमचे ऑलरेडी विचार चालू आसा. ते विचार फुडें आसा जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता सनबर्न मे नॉट फायंड अ स्पेस. No, we are working out. EDM is required to attract certain calls, but we want to do a week-long festival or something which will be there. 25, 26 समज जाले, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 5 दीस मेळटा. आम्ही 26, 27, 28 कित्याक रावपाचे? कित्याक फुल 31 तारीख पर्यंत करचे न्ही? सो थोडे आमचे विचार चालू आसा. वी नीड टू सी हाऊ वी कॅन डू इट. एंड इफ गोवा कॅन क्रिएट इट्स ओन आयडेंटिटी, IP फॉर गोवा, देन वाय नॉट? अ फेस्टिवल ऑफ गोवा शूड बी. टुमॉरो लँड खंय तरी आसा जाल्यार आयडेंटिफायड दॅट स्पेस. Goa should start identifying in this manner. Whether we are ready or we are not ready or we should be seeing is what we are contemplating. पण करतले फेस्टिवल जाल्यार we can do it in a much better way. Only thing we need to have our things right. So सनबर्नान समज केल्या फेस्टिवल आज पर्यंत टुरिजम डिपार्टमेंटाकडे कोण परमिशन मागपाक येवना. एवरी इयर तो ते करता जाल्यार ह्या फाटी आमी खपून घेवचे ना. If he has to understand and he has to understand government and governance, he has to first take permission from the government and then think about putting his festival right. Jenna anga yokut na, I can't comment. It is his own way of putting things. But I can only say that to the topic vicharla, tatun we have an idea this year. Whether we are able to convert that idea or no, ते आमकां पळोवपाची गरज आसा.
Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
It had been more than a month that the contractual staff of Institute of Psychiatry and Human Behavior were protesting for the regularization of their jobs. Finally, now much to the relief of the IPHB staff, their contracts have been renewed. The contract has been renewed for a year by Health Minister Vishwajit Rani. The workers with a glimmer of hope have now requested the CM and HM to consider regularizing their jobs and to give them a permanent position.
Protesting IPHB workers' contract has been renewed for a year by Health Minister Vishwajit Rani. With a glimmer of hope, the workers have requested the CM and Health Minister to consider regularizing their jobs with permanent positions.
आज आमी हांगासर 40 दीस आमचे मागणे खातीर आमी हांगासर जे स्ट्रायकाक बसलेले तो दीस आज आमचो सगळ्या तुमच्या मिडियाच्या प्रेसाच्या तर्फे तुम्ही जो हायलायट करून सगळ्या पब्लिक हे केल्लो आसा त्याचे आज हे फळ आमकां आज जे गव्हर्मेंटान आज आमकां ही ऑर्डर दिल्ली आसा आमचो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट रिन्यू जाल्लो आसा त्या प्रमाणे आमचे जे CM आसात CMान आमकां हें दिल्लें उतर दिल्लें आमकां तुमचें काम जातलें म्हणून तेंच्यांनी आमची दखल घेवन आमचे हो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट रिन्यू केलो त्याच प्रमाणे हेल्थ मिनिस्टर आसा आमचो विश्वजीत राणे तेणी सुद्दां आमचे हेचेर हें करून तेणें आमच्या फायलीचेर तेणी सायन मारून हो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट तेणी 1 वर्साचो वाडयलो. आतां हेच्या फुडें तेंचे आमी एक अशी मागणी करता की 1 वर्स हें फुडलें जावच्या पयलीं आमकां ते रेगुलर करतले अशी आमी आशा बाळगून तेंचे सुद्दां आमी आभार मानता. त्याच प्रमाणे आयज आमकां हांगासर मिडियान आमकां इतलो सपोर्ट केल्लो आसा सगळ्या चॅनलांनी ज्या सगळ्या पब्लिके कडेन तुमी सगळे धाडून हे पब्लिसिटी करून हो आयज आमकां हांगासर न्याय मेळ्ळो आसा. त्याच प्रमाणे आमचो शैलेश सर आनी तेंची मॅडम हेणी आमकां येवन हांगासर सुद्दां आमची विचारपूस करून आमकां 1.5 म्हयनो जालो तो आमची विचारपूस करून तेंचोय आमकां खूब सपोर्ट मेळ्ळो आसा. त्याच प्रमाणे आमचे पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट आसा तेंच्यांनी आमकां कांय त्रास करूं ना तेंच्यांनी सुद्दां आमकां सपोर्ट केलो. त्याच प्रमाणे जे CCP आमची म्युनिसिपालिटी तेंच्यांनी आमकां हें केल्लें आसा. त्याच प्रमाणे हांव तुमच्या सगळ्या कडेन आमच्या IPHB स्टाफा तर्फे तुमचे कडेन हांव आभार मानता.
सध्या तरी आमी हॅप्पी आहा न्हू. सध्या आमच्या पोटाक कितेंच नसलें न्हू ते आयज आमचे पोट भरलेलें आसा. आमच्या पोटाक कांयच ना न्हू 40 दीस आमच्या पोटाक कांयच ना ते आमचे पोट आतां भरले म्हणजे अशें दिसता की भरपाक चालू जालें. उपाशी असले न्हू आमी 40 दीस ते आतां निकतेशें भरता. हेच्या फुडें गव्हर्मेंट आमकां दिसता की आमचे फूड पोट आमचे भरत येतले ही अपेक्षा करता आमी.
सॅलरीत कितें इन्क्रिमेंट जाला की सेम सॅलरी
ना सध्या तरी जावंक ना. सध्या तितकी
आनी आमी हॅपी आहा.
हे जे हेच्या फुडें आमी
ऑर्डर तेतून आमी खूब हॅपी आसा आनी सर आमचेर हेचेर लक्ष घालतले आनी ते फुडें आपणच करतले कितें ते आमकां तेंचो विश्वास आसा.
हेच्या पयलीं हांवें सांगलेलें आमकां BJPचेर आनी गव्हर्मेंटाचेर.
Devendra Gankar for Herald TV.
When the Atal Setu bridge was inaugurated, commuters anticipated a smooth ride. However, a few days after its inauguration, the bridge was closed for repairs, leaving commuters baffled. Now, just not Atal Setu, most bridges and flyovers in Goa are in a deteriorating condition, stained with potholes. These bridges could also be considered a dread trap with accidents taking place or commuters having a close call with one. Commuters say travelling on these new roads is risky and it seems that the roads have been built without conducting research. Fed up with the lingering dangers, locals have questioned for the use of this bridge that was constructed haphazardly. People have requested for a service road and the government shut down the bridges and repair them for good.
Setu and most bridges and flyovers in Goa are in a deteriorating condition, stained with potholes. These bridges could also be considered a death trap with accidents taking place or commuters having a close call with one. Commuters say travelling on these roads is risky. Fed up with the lingering dangers, locals have questioned the use of this bridge, which was haphazardly constructed. People have requested for a service road and that the government shut down the bridge and repair them for good.
आतां हांव बांबोळेच्यान हांगासर पास जाला
आनी ह्या रस्त्याचे आमी आतां जे रस्ते केल्या पळय न्यू, जे हायवे केल्या, जे फ्लायओवर्स हांगा केल्या, आनी हो मांडोवी पुलाचेर जो नवो ब्रीज केला, तिसरो पूल केला व्हडलो, तेजेर आतां पळयत तेजी स्ट्रेट पळयत जाल्यार कोण म्हणचो ना की हो न्यू बांदला म्हणून ब्रीज. हो असो दिसता की तो 10 वर्सां पयलीं केल्लो आनी तेजे आतां हें जाला. आतां तेजी ती परिस्थिती पळयत, तेजे जे पॉट होल्स आसा ते पळयत न्हू जाल्यार ते इतले हें आसा, वायट हितून आसा तो स्टेटीन आसा रस्तो की हे काम केलां ते पयशे घेवन केला कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरान काय फुकट केला ते कळना.
हॉट मिक्स घालचे पयलीं रस्त्याचेर आमी पर स्क्वेअर मिटर पर्यंत दामार जे घालता न्ही, दामार कमी प्रमाणात घालता, ताका लागून हॉट मिक्स हेंचे सारकें जायना. घडी मेटल जे आसता न्ही, मेटल बरी क्वॉलिटीचे नासता, खंयच्या खंय क्वॉलिटी आसता डांबराची, आनी हे मिक्सिंग करून हाडटा खंयचे प्लांटासून हांगा पावता म्हणसर ते रस्त्याचेर जो लेयर घातलो आसता मेकाडेम कार्पेट म्हणून आसता तो हे घालिना, डायरेक्ट हॉट मिक्स कशें घालता, मिक्स सिलकोट करून हाडून डायरेक्ट वचून ओतता आनी एक लेयर खातात. ते कोणाक कळना, गोंयची जनता हेजे लक्ष दवरिना आनी रातची कामां करता. खंयचो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर बरी कामां करता, रातची कामां करता हो मोठो ते म्हणटले आतां ट्रॅफिकाक लागून काम करपाक मेळना. एक दीस तुमी एक रस्तो गांवांत जर आहा जाल्यार बंद करूं शकता. दिसाचें काम करीत जाल्यार गोंयचे जनतेक कळटा दामार कमी पडटा म्हणून. कोणचो टॅक्स कोड हो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर, इंजिनियर आनी मिनिस्टर बसून हो मदलो तो टॅक्स कोडाचो पयसो खाता, एक लेयराचो पयसो खाता. हे
हॉटेल सेक्टरीचेर कितें जालां की येदे व्हडले व्हडे पडले लागतात आनी पोनाक सगळे तेंच्यांनी प्लॅस्टीक घालून सगळे पॅकींग केल्लेले आहा आनी एक नंबरची पुलाची जी क्वॉलिटी काम केल्लेली आहा पळय ती सारकी बुरशी जाल्लेली आहा आनी लोकांक मरपाची चान्सीस खूब आहा थंय. कित्याक लागून की जे पूल आहा पळय तेजी कामाची क्वॉलिटी सारकी थर्ड क्लास आसा आनी तेजेर भरपूरशे करप्शन केल्लेले आहा तेंच्यांनी.
जो अटल सेतू म्हणून जो बांदलेलो आहा आनी ताका जो रस्ते जॉयन केल्ले आसा तर त्या रस्त्याचेर आज गाडी चलयतले जाल्यार इतलो न्यू रोड आसून त्या रस्त्यार गाडी चलोवपाचे लायकीची ना. हेचे कारण की वचत ते खड्डे आसात, रस्तो वयर सकयल आसा, गाडी केन्ना स्लीप जावन केन्ना एक्सिडेंट जावन ते सांगूंक जायना. तर हांव म्हणटा सरकार जो हो रोड जो करता हेचे कितें म्हण फायदो, हो कोणाक फायदो, हे कशें कितें करप. आयज जे आमी एका रुपयाचे आमी टॅक्स फारीक करून आयज आमी हे सरकाराक पोसतात. हांव डायरेक्ट म्हणटा पोसता कित्याक अशें म्हणचें पडटा. कित्याक आयज आमची गोंयकारांची परिस्थिती इतली करून दवरल्या. कित्याक आयज जो हायवे जो रोड चलता हो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर कोण, तर नितीन गडकरी. अरे गोंयचे कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर इंजिनियर मेले काय म्हणटा हांव. हे सगळे भायरचे हाडून घालून हो पयसो आमचो गोंयचो सगळो लूट मारी जाल्लेली आसा.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.